Let me show you how I wash my brushes. So I'm gonna take this C40 from Rose and Ben. As you can see, it's full of bronzer. This is my little thing I got off of Amazon. This is just like some dried brush soap. And I'm letting the water run a little bit so it can get kind of warm. I don't want it hot, but I don't want it cold either. Then I just get the brush wet, always face down. You never want the water to go into this part right here, which is the ferrule. You always just want the water to stay down there. So kind of doing it face down, that way gravity doesn't affect it. Then we're gonna grab our soap. I use Zote soap because it's inexpensive and also it works just fine. So I usually hold it in my hand, but obviously I'm recording, so I'm gonna have to do this. Look at that. For any like cream or anything that's stubborn, like really hard to take out, I use this Beauty Blender liquid lavender soap. I like the way it smells as well. I just use a tiny drop of this to get the like anything that's like caked up on the brush, but since this is the powder brush, I don't have to use it, but when it is creams, I will tend to use this. I'm gonna wet the brush a little bit more. Personally, I like to see the little sudsiness of it. Go this way, go this way. You don't want to damage the hairs. Since this is a synthetic brush, you can kind of beat it up a little bit more than like a natural hair. That's why I'm doing, I know this brush can take it. That's why I'm doing it. With my natural hair, I'm a little bit more gentle, but I'm already going all over this side, kind of getting in every crevice, making sure it's really blending out. I just keep going until nothing else comes out. Now that there's no soap in here. I like to press and kind of wring it out a little bit, but starting at the base and just going lower and lower. And then, sorry, there's not a lot of space. On a towel, I just like going over it and make sure any excess water is really getting out there. You can see, just trying to make sure the bristles get nice and soft. And then I also use this time to clean the handle as well. So I grab a napkin. This one is what I've been using. Put some alcohol on it. And then I just run the handle through it. And so this is what the brush is looking like. I clean the handle, clean the hair. And I like to leave my brushes for at least a day, especially when they're a face brush, just to really get dry and make sure the water comes out. And since this was synthetic, I don't have to put a brush guard on it, or I don't. But when it is a natural hair brush, I will probably put a brush guard on it. But yeah, that's what we do. And we just leave it like that. And then to do the rest of the brushes. And you saw how dirty this brush was before I cleaned it, and you can see it's cleaner. Yeah, we just let this hang out. So we have a Rephr number 4 brush right here, and I just washed it. As you can see, it is like a little bit more sprayed out, a little lopsided, fraying a little bit. So I'm gonna put a brush guard on it to try to keep its original shape. So just put this on all my natural hair brushes and leave them hanging out like the other ones. This is it next to some synthetic. So as you see, it has a brush guard.